The Chicago Bears are unlikely to be active at the NFL trade deadline. So let's talk about this, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please hit that subscribe button down below. Please make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so the NFL deadline, trade deadline, I should say, is inching closer and closer. And so a lot of you guys have asked me, are the Bears going to make any moves? And I wanted to talk about this and also talk about an article posted by Josh Schrock of NBC Sports Chicago, in which he basically said that the Bears are not expected to be active at the trade deadline. So he mentioned a couple of names that, you would think about, hey, could the Bears be sellers or buyers? And first, let's just talk about that, right? Are the Bears going to be sellers or buyers at the trade deadline, or neither, right? Now, technically, per the article, they're neither, because they're not going to do anything. But if I had to pick between the two, you would probably think that, the fact of the matter is that the Bears are 2-5. I think Ryan Poles probably going to let the season play out. You're not a contender. You're not trying to go all in. So it more likely seems like you're a seller than a buyer. Buyers are usually teams that feel like they're a few pieces away or one piece away, and they want to just go all in and go all in on this season. Not really sure Ryan Poles feels that way for this roster. Not sure I feel that way either. And so I think you would think about being sellers. But if you're going to be sellers, who could you potentially sell? And so the guys that come to mind are, okay, Jaylen Johnson, what's going on with him? Well, he's having a fantastic season. I want to extend Jaylen Johnson because, you're going to go into next year's draft if you get rid of him, hoping to land the next Jaylen Johnson. So you want to lock him up, just 24 years old. So I don't expect him to be on the trade block and for Ryan Poles to trade him. Then we talk about a guy like Eddie Jackson. Yeah, he's a little bit older for sure, but he is dealing with an injury. So moving on from Eddie Jackson wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but dealing with an injury, I don't think that would have a lot of suitors for him just because of that. So maybe that takes him off kind of the market. And then, Cody Whitehair is another guy that I'm ready to move on from for sure, but what can you really get back from him? Plus, the depth on the offensive line always seems to be hurt, and so maybe Cody's just there as depth, though he's not good at all, but, what can you get back from him? And then the interesting name to me is Darnell Mooney. The Bears have not signed him to an extension, and Mooney has not been great, right? Now, again, the not all his fault, really, if you will, but does he deserve an extension? I would wait it out and see what happens here. But yeah, as far as keeping him or selling him at the trade deadline, I think I'm probably keeping Mooney as well, just because, hey, behind DJ Moore, you don't have a lot. You got Mooney, right? And then it's like Tyler Scott. You obviously got rid of Chase Claypool, which is a good move. Velus Jones Jr. So you want to keep Mooney here. Honestly, you could probably add another receiver because you have that kind of hole left by Chase Claypool. Not that he was doing much anyway, but yeah, that's something that you could look into. So ultimately, I kind of agree with Josh here. I think the Bears are just going to stand pat, see what happens here, and see if they can sort of turn the season around and, make something out of nothing. If Ryan Poles sees some team out there selling guys, for, a really low price tag, maybe he can hop on, because I think he's learned from the Chase Claypool mistake that he's not overpaying for anybody anymore. So if we've heard about the Jerry Jeudy rumors. If Jerry Jeudy's available for like a really low pick, sure, but I don't expect that to be the case. So ultimately, I don't think Ryan Poles is going to do much. I think he's going to stand pat. Could you add some more offensive line help? Could you add some more D line help? Sure, but ultimately, it's not going to be any game changers. It's not going to be any big names. So don't expect that to happen, and for the Bears to kind of stand pat at the deadline and just see what happens this season. So let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Should the Bears do something at the trade deadline, and what would that move be for you? I think, there's not much out there that probably changes things for the Bears in terms of the trajectory of the season, and going all in on this year, probably not the right decision, and also overpaying for a guy that's kind of hurt us in the past here. So I'm not sure if they go that route either. So let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below as always.